Okay, so we know that we can get stuff out of the kitchen. For sure. This guy wants music. I don't know what we need to do about her. So we need to find some kind of musical related thing with that for that guy. That strange woman is still here. She's holding a glass, but you can't tell what's in it. Okay, we're gonna try something here. You plug your nose and take a big gulp out of the glass. It goes down easier than you expected. After a moment, your vision grows cloudy and a wave of exhaustion washes over you. You feel incredibly weak. Wrinkles stretch across your hands and arms. You struggle to think of a way out, but you're just so tired. Maybe you'll come up with an idea tomorrow. You lie down on the floor, ready for a nice long nap. Wah, wah. Okay, so the prune juice makes you old. Okay, we'll come back and deal with her later. For now, let's do this. You carefully bend the hanger to look like a hook. You manage to do so after pricking yourself a scant 4 or 5 times. You thread your new hook into the disposal drain and easily remove the object inside. It's a key! You place it in your back. Yay, we got a key for something. Study key. This fancy brass key unlocks your dad's study upstairs. Oh, okay. Well, we know what the key's for. Okay, let's use the screwdriver on the screw. There's a very large hole in the back of the cupboard. Okay, this could be a really bad idea, but we're gonna give it a go. You tuck your arms close and squeeze through the hole. Hey, there's a tunnel back here. The hole opens up into a tunnel stretching into the distance. It's cramped and you already have dirt in your hair. You can hear dripping though. You need to find the source of that leak. I'm not sure why we're so concerned about a leak. Well, I can hear dripping, but I don't know if it matters. Okay, so that was a dead end. So I'm trying to listen for this drip, and I think we went... Okay, we didn't go the same way there then, I guess. Okay, the drip is continuing. And we found the drip! You locate the source of the dripping at last. Strange green liquid is seeping out of the pipe overhead. There's also a bag a few feet away with something inside. Okay, so one of the few books I remember from Goosebumps is the book series Monster Blood. And I'm willing to bet a ridiculous amount of money that that's what this is. So we do not want to touch it because it eats you. That doesn't look like water, though. It's some kind of green ooze. Go, sponge! You squeeze the sponge, holding it as far away from yourself as possible. A bit of water seeps between your fingers. You win this time, sponge. Okay. Bag. It's a small cloth bag. You can tell there's something inside it from here. A key and a chess piece. Pipe overhead rattles violently. There's a loud rushing, and then... boom! What happened? It's everywhere. I think we want to run the hell away. Every thought in your head is screaming, run. Okay, so I'm kind of hoping that if we just continuously go backwards, we will eventually win. Because I have no clue if this is going to work. I kind of wish I had been paying better attention to the route we took. Because I totally was not doing that. Oh, thank God. You tumble out of the cupboard, sprawling across the floor. You're finally out of that tunnel. You take several appreciative breaths to calm down. The monster blood didn't follow you out here, so you're safe for now. And I was right. That was apparently monster blood. You happily kick the cupboard closed. Let's not do that again. What did we get? We got a chess piece. A finely carved wooden chess piece. It's the queen, which is the most versatile piece in the game. And a bathroom key. It's the key to your downstairs bathroom. You can tell because of the surfboard keychain. Okay. A toothy grin spreads across the woman's face before she speaks. There you are, Mazareth. Come give me a big kiss. No. Taken aback by our forward request, you aren't sure what to say. You shake your head. Is that any way to treat your Aunt Dahlia? Apologize. Sorry, Aunt Dahlia. That's okay, child. Sit down and have some prune juice for your loving aunt saved for you. No. No thanks, I'm not thirsty. Perfectly alright, maybe later. Aunt Dahlia relaxes in her chair and rests her chin casually on her hand. Let's talk for a bit. How was school today? There's a lot of things going on. This is going to take a while. Well, there's this kid, Brandon, in my English class. He used to be okay, but lately he's been telling people things that aren't true. You ramble on for several more minutes. And it's like, if that's how you feel, you can tell me to my face. I don't have time for all this drama. Come on, man. Glad to have a sympathetic ear, you begin to confide in Aunt Dahlia. I just want to be taken seriously, you know. It's so hard at this age, but after a very thorough dissection of your social circle, you realize you haven't given Aunt Dahlia any time to interject. You take a break, creating a natural point for the woman to jump in with comment. What do you think? Well, dear, it all sounds very stressful, doesn't it? Times like this, I find it's best to clear my head with a refreshing beverage. Prune juice? No. I'm still not thirsty, thanks. You ignore her offer yet again and continue. I know I made it sound pretty bad, but everyone is mostly okay. It's just once in a while that your story is rudely interrupted by a loud, sharp snort. Aunt Dahlia is asleep, snoring in fact. You weigh your options. Let's let her sleep. You sink lower, careful not to make a sound. There's no telling how deeply she's sleeping. Free of the woman's uncomfortable gaze, you turn your attention back to the room. Now, where were you? Okay, I have a theory. I'm pretty sure this purple stuff's prune juice. And I'll tell you why. Oh, I didn't say it here. Early on when we looked at it the first time, it said something about it making you feel old. And so that makes me wonder if that isn't the same stuff that's in here already. And so my thought is, let's give her a taste of her own medicine. Being careful not to make a sound, you lean in front of Dahlia and pour the bottle's contents into her glass. She awakens with a start and resumes sipping her glass as if nothing has happened. After several sips, Dahlia realizes something is wrong and begins coughing. Looks like the prune juice works both ways. Take that, crazy old woman. What did you do? She collapses on the table, clawing towards you. You little punk, how dare you? You don't look so good, lady. Now you really don't look so good. You notice a loud hissing sound slowly building from deep within the woman. She falls to the ground and begins to melt out of existence. Nothing remains in her place except a small cassette tape. Okay, it's a cassette tape for listening to music. This was left behind when Aunt Dahlia melted away. Well, we have the cassette tape now. So that's one step closer to that kid, helping the one ghost anyway. Let's go open up that bathroom. Back in the den, you take a moment to think. There's got to be something you're missing. Okay, that actually made me jump. The TV turned itself on. A picture is coming into focus. It looks like some kind of ventriloquist dummy. It's talking, but there's nobody else there. Where's his voice coming from? Attention, Town Center Galleria customers. The mall will be closing early today. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. My friends and I have big plans for tomorrow, though, so definitely stop by. And if our special guest is listening, he knows who he is. We have a message. You can't ignore us forever. Your fate's already been written, so let's just flip to the last page. The TV shuts off abruptly, leaving the room in silence once more. Okay, that actually made me jump. I wasn't expecting that. Hey. It was more of a change in loud noise jump than anything else, though. Okay, the dryer's off now. Tugging the handle, the door opens immediately. The dryer is empty. Okay. So what was in it? Yeah, sniffing it was a great plan. Detergent promises to keep your colors bolder and make your whites smolder. I don't know. We'll take it. It's a box of fabric softener sheets. You take the fabric softener, at least now your bag will smell nice. Okay, so we wanted to open this. You slide the key into the lock and turn. You don't have to go at the moment, but you decide to check out the bathroom. It only takes one glance at the downstairs bathroom to realize this is not a bathroom. It's a dark room, like the photo lab at school. These tongs allow you to grab pictures without your skin oils damaging them. Puddle of Developer brings out the dark areas of the image. A bottle of Stopper solution neutralizes the effects of the developer on the photograph. A bottle of Fixer, it ends the development process and cleans out the chemicals of the paper. So I'm gonna guess that each of these is associated with the bottle above them, especially since the colors do seem to kind of go together. But that is entirely a guess. It's a sink. It's probably used for a lot of different things. Yay, we have water. You pick up the photo paper and prepare to develop it. You've never done this before. Maybe you should get some information first. A variety of different pictures hang on the line. None of them look the least bit familiar. You pick a photograph that stands out and pluck it from the line. What a crazy camera. Does it take special pictures or something? Okay, so this is directly from Say Cheese or Die, those particular Goosebumps books. You tuck the camera away with great care. You hope it's not haunted or anything. Let's see, our film's automatically loaded in it. So in those books, the camera had the ability to, when you took a picture of somebody, it basically showed their death. So I'm wondering if that'll be useful to help us take care of the enemies in the game. That'd be my guess anyway. It's an empty plastic bottle. These can hold just about anything. I don't know, we'll take it. Okay. We do need to develop that one picture, but it said that we should probably try to find some information first. So my thought on that is let's head upstairs because we haven't done anything up there yet. So maybe depending... we might be able to find something there that can help. Oh, I didn't actually want to go in the kitchen. Okay, so the kids are still here. That isn't surprising. This staircase connects the first and second floors of the house. You've never seen this portrait before. Looks like a creepy sea captain. Maybe it's Grandpa before you were born? Probably not. You can't shake the feeling something is missing from this painting. Here, have a weird head. Blank space. There's a room for another picture here, hopefully something that brightens up the place. Alright, portrait. A little girl, maybe. She looks a little old for the rest of the picture. Who picked these out? This is the nearest hallway when you get to the second floor. This hallway leads away from the stairs above the entryway. You stand in the upstairs hallway, which seems relatively untouched. The study is through here. Okay, so that's... Where's the one key at? The key slides naturally into the lock, which opens as you turn it. Success. Okay. Sometimes at night the light flickers. It's the creepiest thing. A familiar family photograph. Comforting. You always thought this end table was a bit spooky looking, but compared to the stuff you've seen today, not anymore. Okay, it looks like the end table is just the end table. Your brother hid under this rug once, in the worst hide-and-seek decision ever. This leads to your bedroom. No. Won't open. Mom's right. That is annoying when somebody locks your bedroom door. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and go in here. There's some more film. The study feels set apart from the rest of the house, everything being made of expensive wood like oak and mahogany. It's a roll of film. You can load this into a camera. Oh, there, I didn't need to read that again. Another chest piece. We'll take that. You sift through the piles and find a worthy specimen. Straightening it out, you get to reading. To whom it may concern, on the eve of last Friday I had the irredeemable displeasure of dining at your establishment. One Walk the Tiger. While the service had its own issues, it was adequately typical of the venues of its ilk, so I would not deign to tell you your business. That said, the troubling quality was your food. I ordered the melange chicken, which is my go-to item on your menu. And while the dish was for the most part pleasantly uneventful, the penultimate piece of fried fowl was quite curious. I suppose there is no delicate way to put this, so I'll be blunt. It was shaped like a giraffe. I was so tickled by this occurrence that I waited an embarrassingly long time before devouring it. I then left in my car, and I wasn't halfway home before who should startle awake in the back seat but my grandfather. It seems I'd forgotten entirely that he wanted to accompany me to dinner. We'd been planning it for weeks. That's dumb. I'm sorry, that's dumb. And believe you me, he is just the type of person to be amused by the giraffe-shaped chicken. I kind of regret reading this now. In closing, I would like to ask if your peculiar chicken is an intended element of this dish, as I'd never noticed it prior. If this is intentional, consider this a formal request to have giraffe chicken lined up for next Thursday. I will be returning then with my grandfather, and our plan at this time is for him to join me in the restaurant. Given your role in the aforementioned mix-up, I believe this is to be a reasonable concession. Thank you for your understanding, Theodore M. Ingram. Wow. A framed motivational poster. Your dad's nuts about these things. Papers. Nothing interesting. The backyard looks gloomy from up here. Dark sky, barren tree, lonely tire swing rocking in a forsaken breeze. A deceptively thick instruction manual for a cassette player. Okay. Crack the book and flip to the dog-eared page. Order of operation. First, place batteries into the back of the player. Second, open the cassette door and place the cassette inside until it clicks. Take care that the top of the cassette is facing down. Lastly, close the cassette door and press play to begin listening to music. Okay, that'll probably matter at some point, I imagine. Volumes and tomes are packed tightly on each shelf of the bookcase. Few of them look interesting. Testing for a solid foothold, you begin your ascent. You turn back, however, when the fan nearly removes your head. It's a thick leather-bound volume on mythical creatures, volume 3 apparently. You crack the book and flip to a random page. Some legends claim a gargoyle's saliva turns its prey to stone, leading experts to speculate the side effects of an all-rock diet. Okay, so we kind of need a book on pictures. It's a smaller paperback about ghosts and famous hauntings. You crack the book and flip to an interesting looking page. It's not uncommon for one or more ghosts to populate an area of spiritual significance. Frequent haunt areas include childhood homes, schools, playgrounds, and points of passing. It's a thick leather-bound volume on mythical creatures, volume 6 apparently. You crack the book and flip to the first page that catches your eye. Another long-standing myth is that the mirror is the mirror demon. This can be found across many cultures. In the most interesting versions, the creature cannot leave its mirrored prison. It is actually attacking its victims' images in said mirror. A thrilling adventure book full of action and intrigue. You crack the book and flip to this page. Fairly serious depression, the year had taken its toll. He moved across the room to the chair where he spent most of his time these days. Sitting, he stared ahead at the same view he saw every day. This was his reality now, room chair view. He chanced to look at his watch, 3:33, February 29th, 2004. That year, this year, 2004. He wondered if he could only remove this year from the calendar like it never existed, would things be different? Computer. It is a serviceable, if utterly outdated personal computer. You can use this to access the internet or maybe a knowledge database on CD-ROM. You tap the keyboard to wake it up, but it's locked. You're going to need the password to access the computer. It's a simple sticky note. It says, I always remember my password in the bathroom.